Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. I hope and pray all is well with you guys, and welcome to your February 2026 tarot message. I'm going to first start off with the oracle messages that came through, and I will get into shuffling the tarot cards while I do this. You guys had that came out first for you guys: focus, clarity, prophecy, awareness, good luck, vigilance, intuitive insights. Then you guys got skin right after: boundaries, distinction, empathy, fragility, touch, shedding, growth. And immediately, what I got and was called to is that you are focusing on an overall situation because the skin is here. Okay. And it may even be a situation that may be obvious, apparent, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that the prominent thing here is the focus of skin or eye, but more so about possible strains there if you've been dealing with the situation and you have a side effect that may show through. And for some of you guys, I had especially gotten just a slight signal about paying attention to that thyroid area. Maybe you've been needing to communicate a lot, healing or recovering. Maybe you've been wanting to stay warm inside, or you've been wanting to cleanse or clear yourself. Some of you guys may have been practicing cool practices or cold practices in order to recover your body. From whatever you were experiencing, because I am seeing somebody who may use, I believe his last name is Hoff, Hof. A practice here where you practice being out in the cold and ice related things, right? And then I also was picking up just that strain and stress that individuals may, pick up on. Particularly, you may be wanting to use some herbal medicinal things in order to take care of yourself, as well as soothing everything that corresponds to itself with nerves here, responding, sensitive, wired, coordination, pain, stress, alert, and awareness. All right. It just made total and perfect sense. And this is just for the first half of February for you guys, okay? And even though it looks like this is patterned out, like I positioned this like intentionally like that, I want you to know that these cards fell out this way. I mixed them all together, okay? I have like a bunch of decks together that I'm really admiring and appreciating. But these were the ones that came out that you will need for the first half of February. And flowing moon was next. Your dreams are beginning to take shape around that moon opening aspect here. And for those of you who may pick up on those things a bit earlier, between the third here, I'm picking up for some of you guys, there's going to be something that effortlessly comes in or flows naturally, something that may even appear on your social media platforms that coincides with something, especially if you have been needing to aspect something, get away, focus on something better, a frequency perhaps, something to cleanse your energy. Or if you've been wanting to get out into nature and appreciate and be guided by the nature of life here, I do see some of you guys being able to heal or recover whatever it is that was too absorbed. If you were feeling too congested indoors and you require that energy, I do feel like there will be an open aspect, a more comforting or comfortable aspect or place or area that you should visit here that comes through, particularly for you from this card, okay? Because I feel like it's maybe a day trip or something that's a bit more spontaneous here, but it's something that you may need to do with just one, or it's like yourself, or maybe just one individual around you, and maybe like some protection or something like that. I did get this message too, and please be mindful. I was getting from my Jemson, my lovely Jemson. I went crazy looking for my Jemson earlier. That they're not only from the Scorpio masculine as well as feminine energy are healing this month, but there's a child, and they may be both masculine or feminine as well, that's having an extreme healing and signal of growth or change in that area, just so that you're aware, Scorpio, okay? I just wanted to put that out there. And also, just so that you know, this was a stone that needed to come out for you guys for this month to heal you. And it is a special iolite, and I don't even necessarily call it that because of how I've charged it. It is no longer completely an iolite. It has even changed its own color, and it helps with rooting and grounding and things like that, narrow-mindedness, and even pains that may relate to the full body. And you'll see why when it relates to the second half and the cards that came through for you guys. All right. All of this stuff is very exciting and whatnot. And Source is encouraging you to stay tuned, to be very excited, to show that you are excited. And this ampleness from the lips, like hydrating it, even what you provide yourself as far as drinking water, hydrating yourself in ways that you need to. I feel here that Source is also suggesting that you should look in alternative ways or look at life in different ways. Perspective and perception are often highlighted here in the Two of Wands. I'm getting here that there's going to be some differentiation in things. Okay, there's going to be something that becomes distinguished. If you're getting your eyes checked, for example, or you're focusing on this, or maybe making sure that somebody is supported so that they can do this for someone that you care about, right? I do receive this download or this memo or this message that maybe it's not the left eye, it's the right eye or something like that, and it could even be showing in other physical forms in the body, especially if you are experiencing or recovering from where there's a heartbreak, or if I'm picking up on a physical incident where there was a vehicular situation or something like that, an adjustment or something here to make sure that they're healthy or in alignment in some way, shape, or form is what's needed here. And you may be looking to different people. You could be trying to look around or search to see caregivers in your area, providers too, or if you're going to stick with something, or if you're going to choose to go in a different direction. There's an alternative here that is given or provided, or something that may come in the mail that may ask you about this. It could be something that you get annually or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if marigolds, yellow flowers, or the signifiers of new, fresh energy, restart, wanting to have a positive experience and things like that, and friendship being prominent here with the Page of Swords, the Sun, and then we have those flowers and the Two of Wands. For Scorpio, I'm getting here that being a preacher, a pastor, a nobleman, or guided by someone who falls under these ranks may be very prominent and important in those first couple of days of February here, okay? And it could be related to a meeting that was already planned or accorded for either in November, December, or like early January, with an advisement situation here or a fee related to it. For some of you guys, I'm not really sure. I could also be picking up that some of you guys are looking at your bank statements or something like that, and you had a play or an event, theatrical events related around this time when you did make this investment. If you're looking for it or seeking it out, it's like nearby it or right close by it if you needed it for, figuring out when you made this schedule or something like that if you're forgetful. But I am picking up here that you're going to be inclined to see something that maybe you forgot about in your calendar, or an event or something that you've been looking forward to. And maybe this is for you to prepare to quick study if that's for you, if you know that's how you work, or this is just something here where if you're focusing on starting a new thing, or a new idea, or you're getting new ideas that come to you, you're extremely excited about this. Not only can you build upon it, or you're just excited for the opportunity that is coming into you. I just receive here that many of you are deliberately in this energy of progressing past a point of even a bit of brain fog, stiffness, energy, toughness. Some of you guys, you may have been having to stop school or something like that, whether it was a winter break, a fall is winter break, or if you're in a various country, what season, what term would that be? Oh, some are saying spring term. Okay, thank you. That's not completely. Oh, maybe that's where that's how they term it there. Okay, I'm like, this one is a unique school. There's something here where they call it something different. They're like, really, I don't know what that's about. Okay, I am picking up here. You may come across somebody here who may attend your school who is conjoined with another through like a work study program or some sort of vacation study program in some way, that may be like tending there for certain months or weeks specifically, and they're on break somewhere else, and you may get to meet this person, connect with them, and be mindful they may have like a younger sister or sibling like that that's really youthful and things, and it's something like this that may come through where like they may come across, or they may actually have a very viral video that they show you where they're like a baby and they're like coming out of their pamper or something, or walking by or laughing or something like that. So that may be why this is coming through, just so that you know. Okay, that's not going to be for everybody, but I'm picking up here that this male may be studying university, um, or they're becoming a doctor or a doctor already, or something about that. There might be a supportive degree that they're receiving or something like that. And you may be connecting with this person or something. All right. Really cool. Really, really awesome. Okay, then you have the Two of Swords that comes in for Scorpio. So be mindful that these moon phases and things like that, particularly I am seeing waning crescent. Thank you very much. That is going to be the very, very, very vocal point for you where you may need or see or receive downloaded messages from source of caution. Be careful, be wiser about that. Give it some time, give it some space, think it over. Or if you feel like there's this mystery, something that's not fully coming to you, something that teases even a Scorpio. You know how you guys don't necessarily perceive that well often. Not always, but sometimes often. It feels like there's something here where it's like, uh, uh, uh. Okay. And also, in spite of what this says, I'm picking up, do not ignore it directly from this card. Okay. I'm going to read from the Uncommon Tarot on this because I am getting here that it does have a separate meaning, and I am aware that it does have a little bit more of a unique read to it than the other Two of Swords. And it's not that long. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look. Swords, thank you very much. The keywords with this, it says choice, truce, equilibrium, and introspection. The general theme is dig deep. Take time for stillness. Find your equilibrium. You must know where you are now in order to discover where you need to be next. Look within to locate your sense of direction. Be patient with yourself, excuse me. In times of conflict, take the high road. Okay? That's what it's saying here. And I do get that energy here of like, you don't want to be ignorant. Okay. I feel like Most High is saying that I'm coming in high honor about them trying to guide you on how to reevaluate a situation during this time. Because don't get me wrong, it's like you're in a huge healing period, but it does feel like there could be for some of you guys like the example of healing from congestion or something like that. And so like your immune system may be ever so slightly off, or something here with your blood sugar pressure, something like that. There's something here where you're going to want to reevaluate a circumstance, or look at something really carefully, or think it over, or you're going to have to be reminded of it. You may not want to stress about it or have it like, if you know you're like a nitpicker at times, or you like to be on top of stuff, this is something you're going to want to separate from, but have saved so you don't forget it, even if it is like you scheduling time to think about it. Okay, because you don't want to forget this thought. It feels like it's really important. And the moon cycle is affecting you too. And I don't know if it relates to some things that may relate to you personally, your personal health during that time, and what goes on for you. Um, but I do feel like you're healing and recovering, taking care of your body, being gentle with yourself. Or if you feel like there's something that's happening where you got to run after children and stuff like that, there might be something that comes up that you weren't remembering. And during this phase, this could even be mindful, because the magician is here too. If you've had a child and things like that, you could just be starting back your cycle and things, and that is about the age range and things like that. So congratulations to you, because I feel here you could be getting this tightness in the chest sometimes, and this may come from a lack of hydration. Okay, because I'm feeling your pulls. And I remember here when I definitely wasn't like engaging in any types of um things that would cause like this type of restriction, other than sometimes I would go through that extreme exhaustion point. And they say it's more common and frequent when you're a newer mom, because you're also moving too and your body shifted and changed. So that makes total sense here. Okay. And I like that we have this energy here of the magician. I do see where some of you guys, beyond like your belief systems and things like that, you engage in a little bit of wine here or there, something like that. But you're also wanting to invest in something sensual, something sweet, endearing, maybe something that helps with that energy instead of encouraging those things deliberately, okay, in an unhealthy manner. Somebody could have a snake tattoo, or an reptilian tattoo in some way, shape, or form, or be really interested in that, wanting it. Somebody could be very interested in medieval times as well. I'm seeing a lot of you guys doing imagination, watching things, devoting time to socializing with people, engaging with individuals, crowds too. But I am also seeing here some people who want to keep things close to themselves with not just themselves, but even companions, counterparts. Some people are even cozying up with books. Oh, I'm here for it. Cosplaying, cooling out by themselves, and good health and benefit. This is cool. This may be somebody's ritual that they enjoy, and they've mastered it. It's very healthy for them. It helps with the cognitive abilities. And Scorpio, mm, 99 is extremely significant here when it comes to the lips. So you definitely love that energy of thickness when it comes to what you celebrate, when it comes to engagement. Okay. You like for things to have a depth, you like for things to be poised and strong and prominent a lot of times. Okay. You may even like pomegranate. Okay. But I do get here with the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Coins. You've been having something here that you've been distant towards properly, people that you may not engage with properly, even some people here that you may understudy with who have properly separated from individuals that did not serve them. You're going to see a lot of growth, stability that comes in after you feel this energetic surge and shift of your power being reiterated in some way, shape, or form. See, in your power, you have sadness and you have fill and protection here. Okay. So I don't know if this is an energy that is affecting you where you become subconscious to your reaction and start to deliberately take action, or this is something here where it's quite the opposite. Somebody directly approaches you and you have to, do something to keep your defenses up. But either way, you do something and you see massive growth. There's a true, I'm seeing 999 energy here that comes through. There's something here about progression, growth. Trilogies could be very significant. I am also seeing here that there's something through fairness, but no corruption. So separate teams and groups. Okay. Then I'm seeing Virgo. Then I'm seeing the name Casey. Okay, this is about work and an endeavor. I don't know if there are people who are driving in separate trucks or have chosen to distance themselves from one another here, in whatever way or whatever situation or something here like that. But I do get here that there's something here that comes through that could be related to the situation. Be mindful. Oh, this could be sexually related or taking action. But moreover, with the Knight of Swords, car, vehicle, I do feel like I'm right here. This could have something to do with work or repair an instrument here or something like that. This could be a client, a potential client, maybe somebody who doesn't know that you guys are no longer connected or working together or engaging in some sort of activity. If you separated work, for example, and let's say you were a contractor in some way, I do feel here that somebody may want to reach out to you, connect with you, or want to engage with you, or did like the work that you did, or they saw a lot of sustainability in things, but maybe they're going through a break, a crash, or something like that, an event happening. And so there may be the opportunity for you to focus on job side hustling or work if these people still have your confirmation, your confirmed phone number or information like that. I feel here that they want to engage with you, they want to get back with you in that manner, in that way. It may not be relational, but they really do like the work that you guys tackle together. Okay, so just be mindful of that. You have the wheel here, the wheel of fortune here. I do feel this energy of God granting you access, a miracle, a gift, or ability, or a way, and something here that was too extrinsic at some point in time. You find just works out for you assertively because you've forgiven and known to stand in your truth. Okay, like you forgave the whole circumstance and you put your hands up and you allow for source to take over the situation knowing that you weren't being insubordinate. You have the 10 obviously, and you started with the 1 here. Okay, leaps and bounds of growth. And oh shit, it is the 7 of coins, but nevertheless, I am getting here that there's something about this energy of you growing into that 9, because of this being singled out energy that maybe you carried at one point in time, this prominence that you have. Okay. And them saying and showing me everything that they said and showed me, this shows me that you do like a thickness and a substance to yourself. I'm not tripping. Okay. And be mindful here. The colors are giving that deep and thick wine. This is about growth. This is about sustainability. This is about purity. Royalty really only truly gets that pure wine, that, you know what I'm saying? And that's what came through here. Okay. And I feel like source can even be confirming that they're giving you a bonus for something too. And I'm not lying or tripping about it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make the most of it. Yep, and the Four of Coins is like, just wait here, okay? Don't make something that it's not, and don't push a story that's not there, okay? I feel here you shouldn't disrupt yourself, because there's going to be something here about that power of 999 and then the 777 that comes in to support it, when somebody may have wanted to take away your leverage. That's around the 10th through the 12th that somebody's going to want to make you barnacles, bananas. Hanuman energy may be very important the second week, especially if you have a Saturn kind of a disturbance there. Look into Saturn energy, because it may not be a direct person who's causing this, but it more so may be a planetary thing. And let's say you get a tarot reading or something like that. They may say like something like Capricorn, because it is ruled by Saturn. Okay, so just be mindful of that too. All right. Now for Scorpio's second half, you have the ankle, you have the kidneys, excuse me, with moonrise in the reversed. And then you had mouth, and you had stomach, and then you had crow moon, and you had back, and you had moonlight. We're going to read you this way, because this is going to be the next thing that comes in for you. Taking a chance on dating, taking a chance on someone new, taking a chance on getting to know someone. The first stages, maybe this is something casual, like it says, like that communication that we spoke of, that person that may be reaching out to you. You remember those signals in the sky may also be alerting you when they may reach out to you as well. All right, so just look out for that too. This isn't a long time. This is coming very soon to you. You're going to need to pay attention to what everything is telling you. Where are you responsible for things? Are you going out of your contract if you connect with these people? Are you really securing issues? Is there a better way to handle this situation? Is it something that you really need? Is it something that you want? Is it something you've been asking for? Because it may be a great opportunity, okay? And I'm really excited for those where it really is, all right? But remember that whatever was hidden is coming to light, and curiosity, exploration, and discovery, Crow Moon, some things that you were thinking about, Scorpio, you were wondering why they came up, you're going to realize you may have emphasized its importance more than what was needed. Like, let's say at the end of January, you were like, why am I thinking of X, Y, and Z, not knowing it may just simply be a client that's wanting to get back to you or connect with you, or asked about you to somebody, like word of mouth. You know, it's something here like that where you may need to choose forgiveness, or you recognize your growth because you stepped away from the situation and you handled it well, especially your gut instinct here being the dominant important thing here. And magician, I like where I sat it at. You have assimilation, breakdown, gut feeling, desire, satisfaction, powerhouse, and fulfilling. Okay, what fulfills you? Because there's going to be changes here that really relate to how you vocalize things, how you become prominent. Okay, and that's why Source was trying to tell you to be mindful here, because another sensory card here, mouth, to a sword. She has the blindfold on. Okay, there is something here of change, and it's very important for you to trust it, because it's going to affect these areas for you. Even using or having your appetite may be important. Be mindful here if you've been feeling like it had been, uh, like it took a hit out for you, like, and you've been feeling it, communicating that it may not feel so good. Practice cleansing it in some way, shape, or form, and that'll really refresh the energy. Okay, hold it and see what it's telling you. Things like that, all right, or showing you, or just pay attention to that. All right, because I am seeing for some of you guys, you have things around you that have been communicating the correspondence that you needed. And for just a slight few of you who may have been up in age, no, you aren't getting old as fuck. And no, it wasn't the child, although they do have a similar voice. for that thing that you thought that you heard that might be near that hallway or something like that, or you was around the hallway and it may be in the room, but you was like, "Babe," right? I get you. It got real sensitive, and I send empathy there. Then you have moon rises in the reversed. You will rise again stronger and wiser. Resurrection, comeback, and rise above. So there's absolutely something that deliberately will not stop your shine. It's as though the moon and the sun are both in the sky at the same time, and one may not have been acknowledged initially until you see it again. And it makes you wonder, hey, was that the sun I was looking at, or, was what, right? There's going to be something here that takes place that will come through, and it's happening on the 22nd and the 23rd here. Okay. And it's something that you will get that signal and that download about early on in the month. Okay. And that's why it's here, because it's something where you won't need to be overwhelmed by it. You'll just notice the smile, the healing energy, the effort, the comfort. Okay. The removal of whatever was hostile here, whatever was trying to relapse. You're able to fully relieve it. We literally see your kidneys going ahead and filtering it out, recognizing what's the toxins, what no longer is there. You could even be doing something to encourage this too. Okay. And it's sorting, sustaining, sacrifice, insight, moral, and judgments here. Okay. So there's something here that you're going through within that Virgo as well as Piscean aspect and process. Okay. As judgment does typically highlight those particular 2 points, although people only know about one being the more prominent one. You have the ankle here next for Scorpio, about inflexibility, wrong steps, tread softly, unexpected twists, and quick to change. This was extremely important for you guys because I saw a lot of you guys having a really prominent addressive issue or circumstance if you felt like you kept misstepping, or you felt like there was some pressure here, tension here, you adjusting it or healing it or even getting work done here. There could have been something here where you had reactions in the nerves. If you've had weight loss and things like that, I often talk about how at times around this area and the ankle, you have parts that may need to move around just a bit. And that's only for a short span of time where you have some pains. If you had like some fat stuff there, you had something there that wasn't completely responding. You've broken through it. I'm just letting you know I physically saw it happening on the card for you. Okay. So congratulations on your healing, right? Because it was really, really nice and very smooth. And I've been through that before, and it's not something that everybody knows about. Okay. But I just know what you went through, and I saw that you did it very successfully, and you didn't hurt yourself nor take yourself out, and you were able to find balance and completely balance your foot out where you could keep it open. You could keep your foot active. You could keep your foot from not having your toes bound over one another. Okay, that's beautiful. That means that you started to activate the toes by healing that ankle. Very beautiful. Let's go ahead and get into the tarot for Scorpio for the second half of the month. Nice. You have this Three of Cups, like I said. It may be in a different form or way or means. And you may have a lover, a companion, somebody that you care about who may be helping you, especially if it's something with your business, something that you care about. Or you could have like a lot of people around you. Well, it's a few supportive people, but the love of others there, and that companionship too, that are sending tons of love and helping and assisting you with things that you need. And I feel here that this could be in some ways a reconciliation or out of towner, somebody who's a visitor, and somebody who may also be really interested in the area in the town. And you may know of some individuals, or you have like a queue of individuals here, one of which who may have a great option for this person that is within their budget too. Little did you know, you have the Eight of Coins here. Building blocks. Be mindful. I just saw bankrupt, and then I saw bankhead. Bankhead co, period. And that can mean a lot of things, okay? Co can mean a lot of things. And I don't know if this is like a company at some point in time that ran out of business or sold through another business too. Okay. But I am seeing somebody here who was a victim at some point in time from those circumstances who may have had their stuff re-looked into a few times wrongfully because of just name mistakes. And this is why somebody's been wanting to make sure that things are correct, because they've been getting some things that they weren't supposed to receive from somebody else's stuff, just in reference. Okay. um so like if that's you, for example, I'm seeing here you're dealing with like sensitive paperwork and stuff like that. There's many different ways you can handle that. You may just need to write on the um, letterhead, that, this is not yours if you've opened it already. Because some of you guys have opened it already. And I'm seeing somebody who was thinking to take it to a court because of what it says or who it relates to. I get you on that, and that's fair enough. You can call and ask them what to do with it. You didn't trust that shorty. They seem not wise or weighed down. God, yeah. Okay, somebody's going to have to do something very particular that comes up in the second half of February here. And from the second half of February, I'm picking up this may relate to this is like the 14th or the 15th or something like that. All right. Now, for others of you, you're definitely going to be focusing on yourself, your healing. You are too, and getting back to what you have going on. You could even be using or implementing some herbs, maybe using or implementing some hearthy things when it comes to your meals. I'm also getting here, you could be planning a healthy vacation, one with some grass or some ways in which you can calm down, but some greenery or some shrubs too. There could be some things that you want to do with someone soon. If it's not you that has some other earth in your chart, this person has earth in their chart. And earth signs are Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. They may have a Pisces aspect too. Be mindful of bums. You have the King of Cups energy here. Yep. Be mindful of bums. Somebody was literally trying to fucking yell Libra when I was talking about Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. They talk about, we're Libra. And look at this hoe. Three of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Literally. This is how it is. This card was underneath this one, and that is how I read, normally. That hoe. That's the one. I'm just saying, it's not healthy. Like, this isn't acceptable. It's coming and giving acceptance speeds and whatnot under protocols and stuff. Extinguish this shit. If you're the victim, break free. Now, anyway, don't say yes to that fake shit. I'm also seeing if you are a female, right? And you may have a companion who is a male after they learned of some sort of heartbreak that you went through, separation, trial, or tribulation, take it as it resonates here. It's giving that. This person here, they play like they're not jealous or still confused or still bitter or angry or have some malice or zealous there. I'm gonna just tell you it's heated there. It's like if somebody just does shit or gives you shit, just be like, here, there, ooh, I gave you something, or ooh, did they give you something, or make sure that, like I'm dead ass. Oh, did this bitch just get something? If I'm seeing here for those empathetic men who may be divine masculine and people may want to bully them, but that's rare. But like, do not fall victim to this tribulation. Like, this is the type of shorty that made you want to add and get a 40. And look, I ain't got one of them. You know, I don't do that, but I'm just saying, it's just serving it. It's just like, mood. Everybody know the brown plastic bag. Although there's just a piece of paper, you know, it came from shipping. But get that, like, they slow. And I'm also seeing somebody's falling into an addiction, although they try to make it seem like they're not. And they already have a history of habit, habitualism. You have Chariot and the Queen of Cups. Ooh, something here is forcing you to go towards an energy that's not in envy nor in competition, one that is more empathetic. It could be a parent, somebody who's a wholesome figure, or somebody that you see that's in this light, that's a guidance to you, a figurehead, somebody here that may treat you very well, lovely, kind, is a nourisher. They don't play the BS. They could be very cleansed, or you may know of them liking or appreciating the healing or cleansing of the feet. They may like pedicures a lot. They could be a very potent person. It could be somebody's aunt, somebody's parent, a loved one, a lover, just somebody that they feel like they have a more like somebody who has more of solace, okay, energy, and not full of strife or grief or wanting to compete and then make it seem like things are good when they're not. It's like a really frivolous energy that this person wanted you in. And I feel like it's extremely unnecessary how it's coming into Scorpio, because of the Three of Swords. This shit is traitor-ish. This shit is traitor-ish. It's like looking down on the same person, not knowing that they was busting their ass and they just really were working their asses off, healing out working, and just had to come in to heal because what they do, they're invested in. People don't believe that people can still darken all over their body, although it's covered. But there's people all over the world who do this. Ugh. They may even have this person, this Queen of Swords here, definitely, I'm positive, has family that does this and they treat them like shit for it. But they're developing some sort of health concern or risk because they kept projectiling it not only on you, but even their own family, other people. Get the fuck out, ho. And y'all, look, if you don't get your motherfucking asses, because with the hat on, they'll fuck you up. They're going to check you. Most High is going to check you utmostly first, okay? Utmostly first. They're going to whip your ass if you don't get away from this person. Do not complain about the energy that comes to you. And look, you better calculate right. The fuck? It's risks that I'm picking up here. You just... Mm. Look, they just like, baby, let it go on them if that's how they're gonna be. Now, for those of you who do see this for what it truly is, right? Because I'm not, shading, but for those who really wasn't getting it, source is saying they're gonna, I gotta say it. But for those who have healed and are progressing, are finding that positive memory recollection that helps you to clarify, not being so self absorbed, knowing the truth or the historical presence of something here, your angelic self, because some of you guys are going to go there, you're going to have not only that contact connection with your angel here that's guiding you, but then you're going to go into that, okay, well, what if I was this angel? Because they're going to want to take you through that from their perspective. I'm wanting you to know that is what's here. Whenever I pick up this deck, like, I have certain meanings with, beyond what each one means, because I have my own premonitions that come through. And I even ask, like, is this supposed to be something that relates, down the line? I'm getting this one here where it did apply, like, directly. And I haven't gotten that in so long. Okay, so long. So you're going to be placed in that angel's shoes. about a situation like this. And it's going to, when you wake up, it's not going to be the same. It can't be. And I'm so excited for you to go through this because this lets me know that there was a transgression that happened where somebody wasn't being authentic with you. But this is not a challenge for you because the real person that's being exposed and kind of like offed with is no longer going to get in the way of the true lesson of what you need to learn, besides that disturbance that they were already trying to bring in and cause, when you knew that you had other things that were already important that you've already written down. You seem like you've already gotten, together and things like that. You're hot on it. Okay, you get me? So you're done and you're healthy with it, and you're going to alchemize this energy in a healthy manner. Don't mistake this energy again, please, because it's really messed up how you did something, because I'm seeing a lot of empathy and apology that comes in. But those are your messages, Scorpio. I hope and pray that this resonates with you. If it did, thumbs up the video, comment down below, share and subscribe. I would love to read for your energy in the future if this does resonate with you, especially. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you so much, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.